Welcome to Tales from the African Horizon.
Zainab's hands trembled as she tightened the ribbons on her ballet shoes. The grand stage of Adema's Academy of Dance stretched before her, its polished wood gleaming under the golden light. A hush had fallen over the audience, thousands of eyes watching, waiting. Her heart pounded. "This is it," she whispered to herself. From the shadows behind the curtain, Lila smirked. "Good luck, village girl. Try not to embarrass yourself." Zainab inhaled sharply. She had spent years fighting for this moment. The endless nights scrubbing floors, the bruises, the broken shoes, the whispered insults, the isolation, it all led to this. She stepped forward, and when the music began, she let go. But before we get to this moment, let's go back to where it all began. 17-year-old Zainab Ajayi had always known she was different. She was beautiful, graceful, and intelligent. She was the pride of her parents, excelling in school with grades that could take her anywhere. Lagos was a city of movement. Cars honking in chaos symphony, street vendors calling out in rapid languages, the thick aroma of roasted plantains and fried akara wafting through the humid air. It was alive. Yet, for Zainab, it sometimes felt suffocating. The sun blazed overhead, the heat radiating off the concrete, clinging to her skin like an unwelcome embrace. At night, the distant hum of generators filled the air, a reminder of the city's relentless energy. But amidst the constant motion, Zainab longed for a different kind of movement. In her mind, dance was an escape, a world far removed from the sweat and toil of Lagos streets. While other children dreamed of becoming doctors, lawyers, and engineers, Zainab dreamed of movement. She dreamed of bodies acting in perfect synchronization, of sweat-soaked rehearsals, of music flowing through her veins like lifeblood. But in her family, dreams were for fools. Her father, a respected engineer, her mother, a nurse, had clawed their way out of poverty with sheer discipline and sacrifice. To them, success was a degree, a steady job, and a respectable career, not dance. "Zainab, you're smart," her father said one evening as they sat at the dining table. "Use that intelligence to do something meaningful. You will study medicine." Zainab swallowed. "But Baba, No arguments." His voice was final. Her mother softened her tone. "Dancing is nice, my dear, but it will not feed you. It will not build a future." Then came the final blow. "If you insist on wasting your life, you will do it on your own," her father declared. "We will not pay for this nonsense." But she had a dream. That night, she laid in her bed staring at the ceiling, with the sound of generators humming in the distance. Lagos, her home, suddenly felt too small. As tears dried on her cheeks, she made a decision. She would prove them wrong. With no financial support, Zainab took on 3 jobs. In the mornings, she waitressed at Mama Fadeke's restaurant, while balancing trays of jollof rice, egusi soup and suya. She worked tirelessly. In the afternoons, she taught ballet to children at the community center in Bagada. Her only joy in a grueling day. While at night, she scrubbed floors at the Airlight dance studio. Her hands raw from chemicals. But when the studio was empty, she danced. She slipped off her cleaning gloves, pulled on her tattered ballet shoes, and practiced until her muscles burned and sweat drenched her back. She had no private tutors, no fancy costumes, or international training. For 2 years, she pushed her body to its limits. Then one morning, her email pinged, and the subject of the email read, Adema's Academy admission. Her breath caught in her throat. Too nervous to read the mail, she pulled herself together as she read the words. Congratulations. You have been accepted into the Adema's Academy of Dance in South Africa. She sank to her knees, shaking. She had done it. But the real battle was just beginning. Now the D-Day was around the corner. Zainab packed her bags, ready to leave for South Africa. While at the airport, just about to board a plane, she became nervous. Is she doing the right thing? Will her expectations be cut short? A lot of questions just ran through her mind. But with all of that, she said to herself that she had come a long way to give up now. Stepping into the Adema's Academy in South Africa felt like stepping into another universe. The golden chandeliers, the glass-walled studios, the marble staircases. It was elegant and precision in every detail. The students moved like gods, their bodies impossibly flexible, their feet barely touching the ground. And Zainab? She was a nobody from Nigeria who had clawed her way in. From day one, she was an outsider. You got in? How? Lila, a tall, elegant ballerina from London, sneered. Luck, maybe. Another girl giggled. The academy was merciless. Your lines are sloppy. You lack refinement. You will never make it here. The bullying got worse. Someone even stole her ballet shoes before class. Another day, she found coffee spilled all over her practice clothes. Her locker was vandalized with the words, "Go back home." She lay awake at night, staring at the ceiling. Maybe I don't belong here. Those were the questions that flew through her mind. Then a message from her younger sister popped up. Mama says she misses you. Papa doesn't say it, but I know he's proud of you. Keep going. She wiped her tears. Quitting was not an option. She was relentless. Instead of competing, she played to her strengths. She fused Afro beats with ballet, her movements a fiery blend of grace and rhythm. She trained harder than ever. Bruises, aches, exhaustion, none of it mattered. Every morning before the sun rose, she was in the studio, stretching her body beyond its limits. Every night, after other students had gone home, she stayed behind, practicing her footwork, refining every motion until it was flawless. The rhythm of the drums from her childhood echoed in her soul, blending seamlessly with the precision of ballet. She studied her rivals, learning their weaknesses, mimicking their strengths. She watched Leela, not with resentment, but with curiosity. How she carried herself, how her muscles seemed to flow effortlessly with every turn. And Leela watched her too, though she never admitted it. One evening, as Zainab finished an intricate floor combination, she caught Leela lingering in the doorway, arms crossed. Their eyes met, and for the first time, there was no sneer on Leela's lips, just something unreadable. Then, she turned and walked away. It was the first sign that Zainab was beginning to be seen not as an outsider, but as a true contender. She refined her own signature style, a seamless integration of African rhythms with the classical ballet techniques. She transformed every criticism into fuel, every failure into a lesson. She was no longer surviving in Adema's academy. She was thriving. The biggest competition of the year, which is the soloist championship. Leela laughed. You? Competing again? That's cute. Zainab didn't care. She crafted a routine that told her story. The night of the competition, she stepped onto the stage. The music began. She danced. Her muscles screamed. Her heart pounded. She stumbled, just slightly, but caught herself, turning the mistake into fluid of movement. The audience gasped, leaning forward and completely captivated. She could feel the energy of the room shifting. At first hesitant, then fully enthralled. The music synced with her heartbeat, her limbs slicing through the air with both precision and raw emotion. She let the rhythm take over every step, narrating the struggles she had endured, the dreams she had fought for. Then silence filled the auditorium. Then, the judges stood. She had won. And now, the call home. Hello, Mama. Hello, Zainab. How are you? How is your competition going? And Zainab screamed, Mama, I won! The mother's voice thick with emotion. Oh, Zainab, we always knew you would, my child. Well done. Her father murmured, voice cracking. The weight of his words landed softly, but the meaning behind them was profound. For the first time, he acknowledged her dream, not as a foolish whim, but as an achievement worthy of respect. Zainab closed her eyes, tears spilling. She imagined her father at the dining table, the same one where he had once dismissed her passion, now sitting in quiet acceptance. She had not just won a title, she had won her place in the world. As an African from Nigeria, Zainab was announced as the winner of that competition, winning a major championship. And this was just the beginning. She turned to her suitcase, a fresh letter in her hands, an invitation to audition for an international ballet tour. The world stage awaited her, and this time, she knew she belonged. Just as the wise saying goes, the darkest nights produce the brightest stars. Even in moments of doubt and struggle, strength and brilliance emerge. Sweat, pain, and exhaustion are just the whispers of greatness calling your name. Hard work is never wasted. It shapes you. Growth happens in the shadows, long before the spotlight finds you. True progress is made in the unseen hours of dedication. The road to success is paved with trials, but those who keep walking will reach their destiny. Every setback is a step forward if you refuse to give up. Strength is not just about enduring the pain, but rising despite it. Resilience is built in moments of adversity. When the world tells you to go back, tell them you're just getting started. Never let rejection define your worth. Fire in the eyes, sweat on your skin, dreams in the heart. Unstoppable. Passion, perseverance makes all the difference. If you have learned anything from this story, kindly like, subscribe, and share with others. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.